Kurt Myers. You're watching the Charlie Warren Network.
Alright, what's up, best racing channel in the world? We're back for another video. And as you can see, y'all are way up there. So, we're going to go over these race results for July 31st. Today is the 2nd. I don't know what day you're watching this on, but yeah. Two celebrities here in this video. Jeffrey Beck, his brother-in-law is Christian Joyce, who drives the number one street stock machine, and Mike, my bud, because he just texted me randomly and said that he wants a shout out. So there you go, Mike. You get a shout out there, bud. But anyway, let's go over these results. Now let me tell you something. I will be going over the stadium stock. Yes, I won't break that. But let me tell you something, guys. If you was not there Saturday night, man alive, did you miss one of the best races of 2021 at Bowman Gray Stadium. Definitely the best races, the best races I've ever seen this year at the stadium. I wish that I would have recorded that race because it was something else. AJ Sanders and Chuck Wall, I bet you, was like that for 4 or 5 laps, and then the caution came out. But man, but let's go over these results right quick. Brent, it's the Stadium Stock 50. If you didn't see the picture or the thumbnail, whatever they call it nowadays. But anyway, Brandon Brindle is your winner, followed by AJ Sanders. Luke Smith is 3rd. Grayson Keaton's 4th. Robert Straminsky is 5th. Brendan Kotz is 6th. Zach Staley 7th. Blaine Curry is 8th. Chris Allison's 9th. And Justin Owens is 10th, rounding out the top 10. Let's see, there's Levi Holt is 15th. I don't know if he's watching my videos. I do see him. He is on my Instagram. He follows my Instagram. So I don't know if Levi is watching this, but Levi, if you are, good job, buddy. Hopefully you can get up there in the top 10 next year, bud. I hope you can. So now we're going to move on to the law offices of John Barrow's Street Stock Series. This is, they had a 20-lap race. Didn't record them this time. I recorded the 2 sportsman races, and if you hadn't checked them out yet, go check them out. They're in that 2021 Bowman Gray race playlist. But anyway, let's move on. Nate Gregg is your winner, followed by Billy Gregg, his father. Brian Sykes is 3rd. Jeremy Ward is 4th. David Creed 5th. Taylor Robbins 6th. Austin Jones is 7th. Brian Wall's 8th. Nick Wall 9th. And Christian Joyce is 10th. Another shout out to Jeffrey Beck. His brother-in-law was 10th. Donnie Martin is 11th. Connor Shaw is 12th. Kevin Gilbert is 14th. OK Train. And that'll pretty much do it for the Street Stock division. Now we've got the McDowell Heating and Air Sportsman Series, which you can go watch. But go watch them before you watch this because that'll spoil the race. So I'm going to give you a few seconds. Okay, hopefully you're back now. Let's do race number 1. Amber Lane's your winner, followed by Sterling Plemons, Tommy Neal's 3rd, Wesley Thompson 4th, Zach Orr 5th, Justin Taylor 6th, Spencer Martin is 7th, Kurt Sheets 8th, Mitch Gale's 9th, and Michael Adams rounds out your top 10. And then Jacob Creed is 11th, Kyle Southern is 12th, Xfinity Series driver Ronnie Bassett Jr. is 13th. Now, I'm sorry, that's the guy that drove Michael Adams, I guess you call it, backup. He was in the 9 car. So sorry I didn't know his name when I did the videos. So, but yeah, the 9 car was Ronnie Bassett Jr. Chase Robertson's 14th. Zach Clifton's 16th. He got up into the wall and it messed up his car. So that's why he's in last this time. But now let's go to the second race for the McDowell Heating Air Sportsman Series. Spencer Martin's your winner, followed by Kurt Sheets, Tommy Neal, Zach Orr, Kyle Southern, Jacob Creed, Michael Adams, Ronnie Bassett Jr., Wesley Thompson, and Amber Lynn rounds out your top 10. Sterling Plemons is 12th, Justin Taylor is 13th, Mitch Gales is 14th, Chase Robertson is 15th. which rounded out the field. So it looks like Zach didn't run the second race. I guess his car was tore up too much, so he just couldn't get it back out. But now let's go to the Brad's Golf Cars Modifieds. You can go watch them too, as always when I record. And I'll let you know my schedule coming up here at the end of this video, what I'm going to do. But go watch the Modifieds and then come back to this, if you haven't seen it yet. But anyway, John Holloman, the fourth, is your winner. Brendan Ward is second, followed by Burt Myers, Jason Myers, Lee Jeffries, Tim Brown, Danny Bone, Chris Fleming, Randy Butner, and Dean Ward. Rounds at the top 10. James Trevally is 11th, followed by Joseph Bobo Brown as 12th. And also another miscorrection. The 24 car was driven by Max Zeecham. I said Max McLaren. I looked on the Xfinity Series points, and that's who they had. They had Max McLaren. They didn't have Max Zeecham. So that's another miscorrection that's going to haunt me for a while. 14th is, I went way past it. Daniel Yates is 14th, followed by Danny Prost 15th. Dylan Ward is 16th. Daniel Beeson's 18th. And Lee Stimpson is 19th. Jonathan Brown's 22nd. He was in a bad crash in the first. This is the first race. Just want to make that clear. He got wrecked pretty bad. And yeah, that'll pretty much do it. Oh, and also, by the way, I just want to mention this. If you was wondering why Burt was in a solid black car Saturday, it's because that's the car that he ran at Florida earlier in the season. Like I mentioned in my qualifying video, we go to the pit, before the race and talk to the drivers, and we talked to Burt, and he said that's the car he got from Florida. They just got it back. But anyway, let's move on. This is race 2, Modifieds. Chris Fleming's your winner, the showstopper. Tim Brown second. Lee Jeffries is third. Burt Myers fourth. Jason Myers fifth. Danny Bone 6th. Brandon Ward 7th. Randy Butner 8th. Daniel Yates 9th. And Max Zeecham is 10th. I said his name before, but now I can't say it now. Man, Jonathan actually came back. Jonathan Brown is 11th. Daniel Beeson's 13th. Dylan Ward's 14th. Lee Stimpson is 15th. Dean Ward is 16th. James Trevally is 18th. Joseph Bobo Brown is 19th. John Holloman is 20th. And yeah, that'll do it. Man, they had 25 modifieds in the second modified race, and they had 25 modifieds up there. That ain't too bad. But for Bowman Gray, that's easy. I mean, Bowman Gray, they usually have a big modified field pretty much always. Okay, now we're gonna move on to these points, which everybody's excited for, I'm sure, because there's only 3 more weeks. So these guys are gonna win a championship. They gotta go now. Alright, so let's open this up. Brandon Brindle is your point leader for the stadium stocks with 408. Grayson Keaton second with 400, followed by Robert Shermansky with 394, followed by Luke Smith with 388, and then Chuck Wall with 362, then Austin Cates with 342, then Watt Sapp with 328, then AJ Sanders with 318, and then Levi Holt with 308, and then Kyler Staley is 10th with 304. That'll round out your top 10 in the points. So now we'll go ahead and move on to the John Barrow PA Street Stock Series. Billy Gregg is your point leader with 384, followed by David Krieg with 356, and Christian Joyce. They're tied. Jeremy Warren with 348, then Taylor Robbins with 336, then Brian Sykes with 334, Nate Gregg with 322, then Brian Wall with 318, and Gerald Robertson. And then rounding out the top 10 is Nick Wall with 262 points. So that'll round out your top 10. Donnie Martin is then 12th with 214. And then Austin Jones is 16th with 168 points. So yeah, looks like that'll pretty much do it for the street stocks, and it will. Now we got the Sportsman Series. Tommy Neal's your leader with 389, and then Zach Ward with 377, then Amber Lynn with 369, then Spencer Martin with 347, then Kyle Sutherland with 346, and then Michael Adams with 339, and then Justin Taylor with 336, then Mitch Gales with 305, then Jacob Cree with 303, and then Sterling Clemens with 294, and that'll round out your top 10. And then Chase Robertson with 269 is 12th. Wesley Thompson with 261 is 13th. Zach Clifton with 150 is 15th. And then yeah, that'll pretty much do it for the Sportsmen. Now it's time for the Brad's Golf Cars Modified Division. It's just about the same. The top 10's at least just about the same. Excuse me. Just about the same as it was last week. Tim Brown is your leader with 402. And then Bert is second with 396. Then Lee Jeffries with 370. Then Jason Myers with 356. And then Brandon Ward with 354. And then Danny Bone with 340. Then Jonathan Brown with 336. And then John Holloman the fourth with 320. And then Chris Lennon with 312. And then James Trevally with 354. And then Randy Butler is tied with Danny Prost in 11th with 240. And then Josie Bobo Brown is 14th with 230. But let me go ahead and tell y'all my schedule right quick. Just want to tell you that. So next week there will be no filming because the modifieds will be having a twin 100, or not twin 100s, a 100 lapper. And then it's twin 50s. I'll be recording that week. And then the next week after that, the week after them twin 50s is the 150 lap grand finale. So the season is almost over, guys. It's crazy. But if you're a modified fan, Bowman Gray is not the only thing I cover. I cover the Southern Modified Auto Racing teams. And at the week after the season finale of Bowman Gray on August 21st, we've got another race. It's going to be in Dillon, South Carolina, at Dillon Speedway. So if my source post the results correctly, I'll be going over them with you. So yeah, be tuned in for that. Go ahead and subscribe to this channel if you haven't, because like I said, I cover just about all Southern Modified Tours, Bowman Gray, Southern Modified Auto Racing teams. So, and I'll throw the current stats up there with the subscribe and unsubscribe percentages. They're up there now. Yeah, with all that said, guys, do whatever you do to them. Click them, share them, post them, like them, subscribe to this channel, do whatever, all the computer stuff you can do to it. Share with your friends, like I said. But yeah, that'll do it, guys. Peace out. I'm gone. We'll see you next time.